not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. A fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to the air right away. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at the 15.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 4.
Mayfield on play action.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Mayfield going to switch things up here.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On third down, Mayfield.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to correct course here. They had the safety turned in against them last time they had the ball. That was followed by the field goal. So they'll operate from behind now as they start 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The Falcons at 8-4 now in the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, these 2 teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. It was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta.
They go play action here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 2.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Baker changing the play at the line. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. First down, here's White. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Now they'll change things up. Play fake. Mayfield. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 4th down, Mayfield. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. David Njoku, 26 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to move back in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth. So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 72 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's White. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
White going to be stopped before he can get moving forward, as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Mayfield looks to throw. Touchdown!
From 3 yards out.
And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McLaughlin now to add the PAT.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall, and the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Rondale Moore. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Mooney, the motion man, right.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Baker going to change it up.
They stay on the ground with White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now motion left with Mooney.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw for it here.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. He may go.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
McLaughlin for the extra point.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle.
Back to throw now on first down.
And complete to Drake London.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
And now they'll shift things around.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. This ball down the field for Pitts.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Looking deep here for Mooney.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They'll try the right side here with White. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
91 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Mayfield. He gets it to Addison.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
White.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Again, this is White.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Rashad White. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts,
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Falcons have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
They run straight ahead here with White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rashad White.
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Bucs are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Second and 4. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
This ball down the field for Pitts.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
1st and 10 at the
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.